Sir, like as we have discussed yesterday, we have thought of multiple interests, right? Everyone has multiple interests. Like, how do you fix that this is my passion and this is my side hustle? Like, I'll be interested in crocheting, drawing, cooking. How do I decide this is my passion and these are all my side hustles? And is it okay to have like so many side hustles? Like, sometimes we'll be missing out something.
True.
We'll be having fear of like to achieve all and to go and to put finger in all aspects.
Yeah.
Like, is it okay to have side hustles and passion?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to have side hustles, because as a person, because of one innate capability, you are capable of doing multiple things. Suppose you love drawing, right? The extension of drawing is editing or animation. Right? So it's always good to have these side hustles. Coming to what to choose or fear of missing out, what you are telling, right? That is completely individual's perspective and because again it's a period, right? You take my example. I went into technical education to BITS, right? I was doing my PhD. Why I have joined PhD? Because my job told me that there is so much in research, right? That time I have chosen to do full-time research and I left my job and came here. Suddenly I saw resources in film and then I ventured into it. After doing my PhD and films, suddenly I saw innovation and entrepreneurship is coming up. I want to contribute something. So whatever your other activities are there, keep pursuing them. Don't leave them anytime, because we never know what's there in the future. So if you are equipped with all these things, and one thing is like if you are doing your education, please put more focus on it. If you are starting some company, please put more focus on it. And if you are interested in music also, please pursue that in your weekends, so that we never know.
Yes,
which will become your
happen.
Yes, that's the thing.
Yes.
And when it comes to entrepreneurship, if you have an idea, like whom did you reach out? In present, we have you, like TBI team and all. At your times, whom did you reach out when you got an idea? I want to start a thing. Whom did you reach out to?
One is our professors. Obviously, our professors are the ones whom we reach out. Or sometimes what happens, your parents also can help.
Yes.
Okay.
Or your seniors can help. See, your seniors and friends are the best people, because they are the ones who will give you on your face, right?
Yes.
Okay, if you want to do something, they'll tell you without any biases. If you go to your parent also, some bias might be there, right?
Yes.
But if you go to your friend, he or she will tell you on your face, but this will not work out, or this will work out.
Yes,
Or you can take help from people like us or something like that, they'll suggest. So best part is, okay, in entrepreneurship ecosystem, if you have some idea, we let people to go and tell to everybody.
Okay.
And there is again a fear also. If I tell my idea to somebody, if they copy, what happens?
Yes.
See, if they are copying it, which means your idea doesn't have that strength.
Okay.
Your idea should be in such a way that nobody can copy or nobody can execute it. So that's how it should be. And your vision, because you live in that vision, right? So you know how to achieve it and how to do it. So it is always suggested that whenever you have idea, again I told, no, if you have access to your technology mentors, go to them. If you have access to your design mentors, go to them. If you don't have access, then search on LinkedIn, and then community is there to help. So that's the only thing. And participate in ideathons and hackathons whenever it happens, anywhere or everywhere, right?
Yes.
So because you go, see, if you come and pitch to me, suppose if I am right now, my mindset is around environment and sustainability. Whoever pitches that, I obviously vote for them.
Yes.
But if you go to other mentors, they will be thinking about blockchain and then industry 4.0 technologies, and they might like. So it's always suggested to go to multiple competitions and ideathons, and you pitch it. Different perspectives will come to you, because different jury will be judging your idea, and then you come to a conclusion.
Yes.
Whether to pursue it or not at the first point. If you pursue it, how much time it requires and how much revenues it require to build that and all, you have to decide. Yeah.
So if according to that question, that particular person is here in our campus, like what should they do and who should they approach here?
If it is Sri Vishnu Educational Society, obviously you can approach your professor. sometimes professors will not have the judgment of whether it can go forward or not, because they're in academic setup, right? You approach them and you tell them, you just seek suggestions in technology. Or then obviously you have Vishnu Foundation TBI placed here. You can come here, you can speak, you can talk to me, or you can talk to Ashwin, who is incubation manager, who will be here. So you can talk to us and you can validate your idea.
Yes.
So once you get your validation, and then in the process, Vishnu Foundation, what it can do is, first is our perspective we give with our experience, and if it definitely requires some industry expertise, we'll ask them, we'll connect you online and then over phone, and then we'll give you the validation. So this is how you need to, as a student of Sri Vishnu Educational Society, the first approach is your professors, and then if your friends are doing good, we don't know, see somebody who is geek in all this coding, or you can always approach him, right? That him or her, it's always good to approach them. And then you come to Vishnu Foundation, then you'll get a different perspective, and then we guide you whether you have to take it or not. We obviously tell everybody with any idea, we tell them if it is very good, we ask them to pursue it. That's where incubation comes into picture. What is this incubation? Because you don't have business perspective, you don't have this design perspective, we incubate you for 6 months or 12 months. We take you the process of innovation. Will let you take that process of innovation. After 6 months or 12 months, you will realize for yourself that whether it is feasible or not, and we also will realize, because we cannot tell no to any idea. We never know which will become successful and which will not become successful. So we always take that chance. And students, if they start doing all these things from their first year or second year, it is always good. You can fail early, you can learn early, and then you can start again. So this is the policy, and this is the thing which we need to do.
Like people say incubator is like a baby.
Yeah.
Right.
Because once baby comes to the world, so many viruses are there. If you put them in incubator, he'll get that. Yeah, they'll immune and then they'll come out.
Form.
Same thing is incubator here also.
For ideas also.
Yeah.
As you have said, there is a long list of your achievements. Which achievement do you think like this is all worth it? These all hurdles I have faced like in last 15 years. This is the only thing I worked hard for this. Like what is the achievement you felt like that? Like the most happiest and the best?
One is obviously my PhD, because when I entered PhD, my thought process was to contribute to research, and then I did these films and all, and during that phase I had bad phase in my life, like I lost my father and then my mother, so I was disturbed.
Yes.
One is I was sidetracked to the outside perspective, but I was not sidetracked. I know what I was doing. Outside world I was sidetracked, but I have to take that pressure. And then I was doing my PhD. I was delayed because of all these things. And then once I finished my PhD, I was like relaxed, because I can do much now.
Yes.
So usually if you have a doctorate, you'll get certain respect, and then I get that respect whenever I visit any places. That's one achievement, like, because I was building one startup during that time. I was doing my PhD. It was not that easy to do that PhD, and then this personal thing which was happening. So all at once they got cleared, and then I was able to achieve what I wanted to achieve. That phase is very good phase for me. And then coming to startups, obviously the 3 startups, I'm very proud of my startups, because if you see entertainment, KBR Productions, I did very good films. It's not only entertainment films, we did social cause films where we won so many awards. You know Dasar Narayan Rao garu. I took award from him for best films and all. Best production house, we took awards from him, and then likewise we got so many awards. Our team got so many awards in best cinematography, best film, so we did some social cause films also, and that thinking about society was there in me. If you see my entertainment, I was doing that. If you see my other startup, Samskar Electronics, which is about good touch and bad touch, right? Even that also, once we saw our first prototype, and government came forward and gave orders for all Anganwadi schools and government schools, they gave orders for us. That time I was like,
really happy.
Whatever my education is not wasted, and whatever my thoughts around innovation and entrepreneurship is not wasted, because this product is coming out and it will help so many kids right? And if you see again also, the thought process to start that startup was to give good education in the rural areas, and the platform also should help students to explore what kind of careers. See, I always tell engineering and software is not the only thing, and I also mentioned innate capability. If you identify your innate capability, there are hundreds of jobs which you can explore, right? All these things I want to give it through another startup called EdTech. So every startup, when it was successful, when people recognized about that, I felt very happy, and I was contributing something to it. Though it is not successful, at least I tried and I did something around that.
Yes, sir.
So for suppose, like you have said, if there are two people, like a tech guy and this entrepreneurship guy, let's keep it out. They're both happy with their work, and who do you think will earn more?
We cannot tell.
There
Because
is no-
Mark
yeah.
Zuckerberg is a tech guy, and then Elon Musk is also tech guy, right? You
Ratan
see,
Tata.
Ratan Tata, he's
Yeah.
not tech, but he's managerial guy,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? So if you see, because it all boils down to what problem you are solving.
Yes.
Yes.
If you are solving a problem which is very much needed to be solved, then it has that aura around it, you know. If you are a tech guy, again I told, you have to have a good team.
Yes, sir.
It can be a tech team, it can be a operations team, it can be HR team, whoever it is, whether you are a tech guy or HR guy or managerial guy, you have to have your best team with you. If you have your team, and at the same time they also dream about your vision, then you will achieve. So many examples are there for tech guys earning more, and then
Yes.
entrepreneurial guys earning more.
Sir, in your career, like you have two different paths, right? Not just two different. I think there are
Multiple paths I traveled, yeah.
Like, which path did help you to earn more?
Obviously, the role which I am playing now is giving me money, but my satisfaction was always when I started KBR Productions, because that was my passion, creating things, and then writing,
Directing.
Yes, sir.
editing, right? All these things were very passionate to me. While I was doing my PhD also, every Saturday, half day, right? We have half days,
yes.
Saturdays. Right, and I told my professor was also very supportive. Saturday afternoon onwards, my work starts. All my film crew comes, and then we all sit. If shooting is there, we do shooting. Otherwise, we sit and edit, and then we discuss about that. Saturday and Sunday completely we spend on that. So if you see money wise, my education is giving me joy in wealth, and if you see satisfaction wise, obviously, I mean, it has percolated, right?
Yes.
My creativity has percolated into innovation and entrepreneurship also. So I enjoy that phase too. It's not only money, it's the passion and the creativity helps me.
Okay.
Listening to your like acting wala interest, like do you think you can act again, like after while doing this too?
Yes, I can. And for your information, today VIT people have approached,
Yes,
Vishnu Institute of Technology people have approached me for a role, and I am doing it.
Oh
sir.
God, that's great.
So all the best.
So yeah, I'm open for all these things,
Yes.
right? Because that's there in me still.
Yes, sir. So while choosing something, which should be given priority, like the wealth or the satisfaction?
I'll tell you one
Yes, sure.
analysis which I always tell to my students, because students are conditioned again because
Yes,
of
sir.
society, parents, and then friends. I tell always this: Saraswati Devi, Lakshmi Devi.
Yes, sir.
If you take care of Saraswati Devi, Lakshmi Devi will come. Sometimes if you take care of Lakshmi Devi also, Saraswati Devi will come. So it's all directly proportionate. మీరు బాగా చదువుకోండి, whatever you want to do మీరు చేయండి, then obviously it will come.
Yes, sir.
So that's my answer.
Okay.
You need to focus on what you are doing, then it will obviously give you.
And so since the last decade, like we have seen that there's like this culture shift. People have been coming up with so many startups like Byju's, Ola, and Paytm, Lenskart, and these are all Indian startup companies.
True.
And they have set up their companies not only in India and outside also. And sir, also our government, they have brought certain initiatives like Make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. So what's your take on that? Like, why is this a cultural shift?
It's good, no? So we spoke about you getting a job in Amazon, and then
Yes,
you
yes, sir.
spending your salary on Amazon and it
Amazon,
going
okay.
to other
Yeah.
country. So during this 2014 period, leadership has changed in the country, and the think tanks under these leadership. See, think tanks means all retired IAS officers who will work for the ministers, right?
Yes,
Obviously, in that period, 2014 or something like that, they all started thinking differently. So if we don't innovate as a country, we will be in this service oriented jobs only. Okay, if you are in service oriented jobs, economic growth will not happen. So you have to become manufacturing unit first. Many manufacturing units have to come to India, and to get those manufacturing things, country like India, which is highly populated and then young country, youth has to take this part. They have to come and start these companies. So in order to start these companies, government has to play a role, because they have to pump in funds.
Yes.
And that's where these incubation centers have come. They are pumping every incubator at least 5 crores or 10 crore rupees to encourage youngsters to come, experiment, fail, and then learn few things and then start. So during this period, everybody started thinking about, let's innovate, let's create ventures, let's have MSMEs, they call, right?
Yes,
Micro, small and medium industries, right? So all these enterprises they wanted to start. See, it's not only tech startups, social startups also have to start, and micro startups also have to start. Pickles,
Yes.
Cultural food, we discussed already, right?
yes,
All these things, if they start, suddenly economic growth will be there, and our per capita income also will increase, right?
Yes.
If per capita income is increasing, suddenly majority of population will go above poverty line, right? So once everybody goes above poverty line, and then suddenly there are many startups who are coming up, and then they are paying taxes to the government, and then government spending that amount on infrastructure, roads, healthcare, and education. I mean, it's a cycle,
Yes, sir.
and everybody played their role.
Okay.
Government has played their role, and then industries have played their role, because they also invested in startups. The CSR activities, corporate social responsibility activities, they are funding to the society, and then academic institutions are playing their role, because all these incubation centers are placed in academic institutions where majority of youngsters are there. So they are being given all these facilities, prototyping facilities or business mentoring, all these things. And then suddenly banks have played an important role by giving loans to MSMEs or startups and all. So everybody has realized at one point that if we want to become a developed nation with whatever capability we have, we are youngest nation, how to engage our youngsters in creating something, that has played very, very important role. And if you see government also, they are taking very good initiatives. Suppose if any foreign company has to establish their center in India, they have to establish their R&D center here.
Okay.
It's not just you put your shop and sell the products. You make your R&D here, you manufacture your products here. It should be made in India or made in India, and you create jobs around that.
Yes.
So once you create R&D jobs, once you create manufacturing jobs, suddenly the population here starts thinking differently, because they are in R&D, because they are creating things in manufacturing units. Everybody starts thinking differently. If you see 2000 to 95 or that period, we are doing service jobs. If you see TCS, Wipro, or all these things are service jobs. Code is developed somewhere in USA, and then we just doing testing and service jobs. So those jobs made us non-creative, and then that's the time where everybody realized that we have to become developed nation. In order to become developed nation, everybody played their role, and that's where all this. Now if you see, I think in 2015, if you see our global innovation index, where 137 countries participate in these rankings, we were at 81st rank, right? Now with this incubation centers and all, now into 2022 the ranking is 40. India is in 40th rank.
Yes.
And the aspiration is to be in top 25.
Yes.
Yes.
And if you see ecosystem, startup ecosystem, now we are the third largest startup ecosystem. Number 1 is USA, number 2 is China, and third is India, right? In this 6 to 8 year period, because everybody has realized their role, and then everybody realized India has to become a developed nation, they have created the resources and they have shown their responsibility. And if you see unicorns, you all know unicorns, right? I think 110 or 120 unicorns are there in India. There is again negative side of it, that Indian startups are not doing good. But if you see other side, they are creating jobs
Yes.
They are creating wealth for so many people, right?
Yes.
So this is how we need to see, and that's how everybody has realized their responsibility. That's doing good for India.
Like if we compare you and me, just let's compare. I'll be having like around 200 contacts in my phone, like my friends, my family, school friends, like
Yeah,
childhood friends.
yeah.
You'll be having like around 10 thousands of contacts, which means you have good networking capacity. Like what qualities do you suggest to students who are inferior to talk to more people? How to make networking? It's easy for maybe people who can talk easily better. What qualities do you suggest for people who are inferior to talk, who have stage fear and who have fear of talking to more people?
Correct.
Like networking?
Correct. Let me tell you, I'm introvert.
Oh my
Though,
God.
we will never expect it.
Right? So if you see me when I'm in my job, I talk to people. If I am out of job, if you see me, if you just observe me also, I'll not talk to anybody. So I am introvert. So what made me to have this network? Again, the vision which I have. See, you asked me down the line 5 years what you want to see. I want to execute national education policy, and I want to see students thinking differently and entering into different kinds of jobs. You know, that makes me to go and network with somebody who is in education sector, because
Fine.
I want to achieve that. In order to achieve that, I have to, suppose if I go to any conference, right, if there is one vice chancellor of any university comes, I'll go and talk to him and I'll pitch my idea. So what I tell is, if you want to achieve something, you have to prepare yourself with that content. I want to achieve this. How do I achieve this? If you have these things in your mind, suddenly your introvert become extrovert, because you see suddenly people who are around that area, and then you want to talk to them and you want to sell the vision. See, I feel proud myself, because whatever organizations have worked, they don't have this vision of creating innovation and entrepreneurship culture, but I am the one who has that vision, but I don't have money to do that. But if you go to any chairman or vice chairman of any college, if you sell your idea and if you sell your vision, they are the ones who is going to trust you and put their capital in it. So that's what I do, right? Though I was introvert, when I have this vision and how to achieve that vision, if there is this in mind, obviously you'll go and network with people. And see, sometimes you need not to network with everybody, right? Okay, whenever I go to any conference or seminar, before that only I see who are all coming, because they release the brochure, right?
Yes.
They release the brochure, and then who are the speakers who are going to attend and all. So I look into that and I'll pick my people.
Okay.
And I see whenever they are free, I'll go and talk to them, right? That's what I do. So yeah, we can do that.
Like you're saying, there is no need to,
Socialize with everyone.
Socialize with everybody, right?
There's no need to become an
Pick your
extrovert from an
people.
introvert.
Yes.
Just pick your people and
Yeah,
go talk
yeah,
to them.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's great. And like if from the start, if we have an idea and we are good at talking and basically good at networking, like is there, like how did you come up with the money? If you have an idea to implement that, you'll be definitely needing some money.
Yes.
Like where did you get that from?
So usually if you see colleges have seed fund of 25,000 to 1 lakh rupees, right? First thing is, if somebody has to trust you, you have to at least develop proof of concept. What is this proof of concept? Suppose you want to build some mobile phone. Suppose you want to make a mobile phone which can flip any side or something like that. Now you have this idea and you know the technology, but it is capital intensive. You need to experiment, research, and then you have to recruit few people who are very good in that. So what you can do, you can take a cardboard or whatever is available with you, and then make it aesthetically good, and then go and present it.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, once people sees that you have technology capability, you have this designing capability, and you have some vision in your mind, obviously they'll give you seed fund. Okay, that is first step. With this seed fund, you cannot make product, right? 25,000 to 1 lakh rupees, what you can do? You cannot do anything, right? You can just make, laboratory product. Okay. But after you get that product, then you come to TBI, okay, where we have angels angel investors are there, venture capitalists will be there, and then government is also investing in startups. Suppose I'll tell you, in Vishnu Foundation we have applied for Startup India Seed Fund scheme, and then Nidhi Seed Support Program. We have applied for this. So suppose if Vishnu Foundation gets these funds, we are going to invest at least 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs in every startup. 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs is very good amount, you know.
Yes, sir.
You can develop the product, you can test your product, and you can sell also in the market. So government funds are there, angel funds. Angels are like Virat Kohli is one angel.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
If you
sir.
see, Samantha is investing in startups, Vijay Deverakonda is investing in some startups. So these are all angels, you know, they have good capital with them and they can risk up to 1 crore. Their capability is 1 crore to 5 crore. They can invest that much only. Suppose if you are expanding in different multiple states, and then if you want to have customer acquisition and all, then you have to reach out to venture capitalists. Their range is 100 crores and all. And Series A funding, Series B funding, Series C funding, where 1,000 crores people invest, banking institutions will come in picture and then do it. So it all starts with, number one, college taking seed fund from college. Every college in Sri Vishnu Educational Society at least have seed fund policy, right? You have to come out with some idea with some proof of concept, because people have to trust you, right?
Yes.
That's there. Just idea, sometimes we don't know whether you sustain with that idea or not. So that is one thing. Suppose colleges from outside who doesn't have this capability, you have to obviously take from your pocket money.
Yes,
You
sir.
save your
Some-
pocket money, and then at least 5,000, 10,000 you can do something. You can reach out to your friends, ask them to fund in your this thing, or your parents or your aunties and uncles. They are the ones. This is called bootstrapping. So in entrepreneurship ecosystem, we have this bootstrapping, angel investment, venture funding, and then institutional funding. So these are the things which every stage they'll put some money to take your startup forward.
Yes, sir. So we see that you do so many things, and you must have had a very busy schedule. So how do you give time for your friends and family?
I'm very bad in that, but yeah, Saturdays and Sundays, even Saturdays and Sundays I keep working. So Sundays I see that I spend time with my family. Friends, they keep complaining, you not pick my calls only, because most of the times I'll be in meetings or startup meetings or management meetings or whatever it is. So I'm not spending good time with my friends. But I have set of friends, because I did my engineering in Bangalore.
Yes.
We see that every year we meet in the month of December for a week. Last year that also I missed, but I have good friends. We are 5 close friends. So we meet every year in the month of December for a week. So that I made it. Other friends, whenever time permits, I meet them or I talk to them.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like, adding to that question, do you feel like if your friends call you for a party, you won't be going? Obviously, you have lots of work.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever thought like, my work is disturbing some family and friends time?
Yes.
You
Yes.
miss that a lot?
Yes, I miss that a lot. Because sometimes I miss friends meetups and all. I obviously miss that. And I also feel bad about it. Because though I like this work, but I also want to enjoy those things. So I obviously miss.
So do you want it to be any different? Like, this is how it is. Like, you don't attend social gatherings. But do you want it to be any different? Like, I think I should have not done this, and rather than should have pursued something else which should have given me time.
Like, any regrets?
No
so far?
regrets.
No regrets.
Because I love
Good to
both.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I told my vision is to change something.
Yes, sir.
And I'm working towards it, and I'm in right organization where they're allowing me to do all these things. Yeah, I miss them, but what to do? If you have some vision, you have to achieve it. That's it.
Like you said, team is very important to anything is to start and to be with you like till the end, from the start to the end. Who are your top 5 people who always support you and hold your hands like till the last, from the start?
My team,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
a professional team.
Yes, sir.
Again, when I started this Aigyan and Samskar, parallelly I have started these two things. I had few of my students who are my colleagues.
Okay.
Because I have started these companies with students.
Yes, sir.
Because I wanted to bring this culture, so I don't want this to start with my friends. So there were students of second years and third years. One is Shiva. He is my go-to person. Now he is doing his MS in some university, but I always talk to him. I have one more student who is my colleague and my partner, Jai Surya.
Yes, sir.
And then Kaushik, Likit, and Likit, and then I have one good friend, Harsha and Karthik, Firoz. These are the ones, anytime, any problem, I call them and I talk to them.
So how to pick out people? How to build, how to like scout people out so that they can be in my team and we can do something.
Again, you see, if you love music, if somebody is doing music, then you obviously go and sync with him. So I kept changing my friends also, because over the time, if you see, while I was doing my engineering, fashion, creativity was one thing which was in me. So I chose friends who are good in that, and then who wants to pursue something like that, and then slowly my vision and passion changed,
Aligned with it.
right? And now if you see my friends, all my friends are incubation center CEOs, are angel investors, are researchers who are doing good in technology, because I have to be with them to learn from them at least, because I keep learning so many things from students and researchers, and then ecosystem, startup ecosystem. So now my friends are there.
Yes, sir.
So always, I mean, if you want to do something, you go and sync with those kind of people. And one more thing I always tell to students also, if you want to do a project or any prototype, don't take your team as they are your friends. Don't consider based on they are my friends, they are my benchmates, or they are my busmates. Don't do that. If they have that capability, if they have that skill, go and sync with them. Though they are not friends, you sync with them and then do it.
Yeah.
That's how you see the success.
Okay.
If you go by friends or family, you'll not see the success.
Yes. Like most of the friends are like-minded and have
Yes.
common
Yes.
interests.
So that's-
If
Yes.
not, just go to people who are interested in like
Yeah.
same aspect
Yeah.
and meet with them
Yeah,
and make them
yeah,
friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
As you were saying, like you dealt with a lot of bad circumstances. How did you deal with your mental state, sir?
It takes toll, right?
Yes,
I mean, obviously, right, if your startup is not doing good, obviously you'll think how to take this startup forward. It can be financially, it can be technologically, it can be team wise, that is one thing. And then if you are in educational institution, you come up with so many ideas, right? How to bring this culture, like we are doing now podcast, and then we want to reach out to students. Sometimes it is successful, sometimes it is not successful. So first thing is, you should not feel bad about it. Sometimes yes, while I was doing my short films, bad comments, bad mouthing was happening. I used to cry, because why people are doing these things, because they don't know my efforts.
Yes,
I have to go convince people for acting, for directing, because this is all pro bono basis. We don't give money to anybody and hire something, right? So I'm doing all these efforts, people are not knowing my efforts, and they're just bad mouthing about me. And suddenly, though you do good, people pull your legs. That's there. Your competitors pull your legs, and people who doesn't like you pull your legs. And while I was young, I was very aggressive and then emotional about all these things. As I told, I was introduced to Sadhguru. I learned how to manage all these things. Meditation plays very, very important role in my life. So if you just sit, you get all those thoughts. Meditation is not just sitting silently without thoughts. It's all thoughts. You come and then you filter out what is good for you, what is affecting you, what is not affecting you. You just filter out and then go with that peace of mind, you'll achieve. So that's how I do. Meditation plays an important role in just removing few things from my mind.
Processing your
Yeah,
thoughts can
Yes.
make you feel better.
Yeah.
So, like, finally, what message would you like to give to all the aspiring students who want to be an entrepreneur?
Number one, just come out from whatever is happening in the education system. It's not only seeking jobs. Create something, right? Look out for problems. Look out for problems which is very much needed, right? Like I told, environment, sustainability, and then social enterprises, bringing local women and working, and then transgenders are there. Nobody is talking about them. Nobody is taking care of them.
Yes,
why don't you have one MSME unit where you provide jobs to them? So think in these lines, right? Instead of me getting 10 lakh package, 20 lakh package, as I already told you, take care of your Saraswati, Lakshmi will follow you, right? So think differently. It's not only software companies, there are other jobs also, other sectors also. Identify your innate capability. Are you good in marketing? Are you good in sales? Are you good in creating something? First find out that innate capability, and then see what kind of opportunities are there in that innate capability, and then go and sync with it and then create something. So don't be in this societal conditioning of getting a job, settling, packages and all. Just go and explore, because at this age See, if you see my generation, middle class, lower middle class. Now, if you see slightly, the opportunities are high, and then parents are also earning well. Why don't you experiment? I always tell students also, after your engineering, why don't you keep 1 year for experimentation? Okay, do whatever you want, because there is no family responsibility. If you have family responsibility, job is your first thing. Go get a job, clear all those family responsibilities. Still there is fire in you. After 3 years of working, you come back and then do it. If you don't have family responsibility, why don't you experiment? So that's what I wanted to tell the students. If you don't have family responsibility, if you don't have financial things in your family or something, do experimentation. And then if you experiment, if it clicks, you are creating jobs.
Yes.
You are creating jobs for many, and then suddenly you become example. Suppose SVCW is producing 10 entrepreneurs. By seeing 10 entrepreneurs, down the line 3 years, 100 entrepreneurs will come. 100 entrepreneurs, it is multiplier effect. 100 into at least 3 jobs per 300 jobs, and then suddenly
Yes, sir.
the whole thing will change. That's my suggestion to youngsters. Think differently. Come out of this all societal conditioning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Listening to all your insights about startups and entrepreneurship, like we feel like Yukta and I will come with an idea and
Yes,
we'll
sir,
talk to
definitely.
you.
So you're thinking, the way of thinking, and the way you're executing your things, and the way you're like wanting people to like experiment and explore. So it's like really inspiring.
Welcome to Vishnu Foundation TBI.
Yes.
Every student has to explore the opportunities which are there in
Yes,
Vishnu
sir.
Foundation TBI.
And also we hope that we'll be watching your movie or something.
Yes,
in
definitely.
next
We'll
2
promote it
years.
on our.
Sure,
Yes,
definitely. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
sir,
you
so much
being
for
here.
talking
Yes,
to
sir.
us.
Yeah.
Thank you.